Hello Scorpio, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Quick thank you to everybody who has liked, subscribed, commented, and shared the channel. It is one of the greatest ways that you can show your appreciation for everything that I try to get done on here for you guys. And it is so very, very appreciated, and I'm grateful for that, so thank you. Scorpio, this is going to be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. This is going to be your November 2023 reading, Scorpio. Happy birthday. Happy freaking birthday to you. I would just want to say, so happy birthday to all my Scorpios out there. It's a fantastic month. A couple days out from Halloween, so exciting. That actually happens to be my birthday. I'm a Halloween baby. I love it. I think it's the coolest thing ever. I've always been enthralled with it all. So the spooky stuff, the scary stuff, the unseen stuff, the things that nobody else wants to talk about. Like, what? Right? So, very cool, Scorpio. So I hope you guys are doing your birthday in the best style ever this year. Scorpio, so the Divine's messages before I open this video up, they said heaven's help is on the way. So if you feel like birthday season has been a little, they're saying spicy. And I think spicy can feel like you got a little burned, and other times I think spicy can be like, ooh la la, like I'm feeling pretty good about myself, right? Scorpio, if you're anything like me as a water sign, but I've got some Gemini placements in my moon, we feel both sides of it, right? It's up and down. We never really know what's going on. So we're going to dive in, Scorpio, and see what's going on for you guys in the month of November. So happy birthday again to my Scorpios in October. Happy birthday to my Scorpios in November. I hope you guys have had a wonderful season thus far. So, all right, Scorps, let me scratch my eyeball here. It's getting late, and I have done many readings today, so wearing out a little bit here. But let's see, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for you throughout the month of November. Spirit for Scorpio, November 2023. I think you're coming up with a lot of creative ideas. This brilliance here is, you could be starting to find some passion for something again, but it's like the willpower to make it happen, okay? The efficiency showing itself in the reverse position. You could be lacking the motivation right now to accomplish. I got the chills, ooh, head to toe. The lacking the ambition, the drive, the fire, the whatever, to bring these creative things into form. Unity, Scorpio, please, Spirit. Context. I just heard I am not a part. I was listening again to make sure that I heard it correctly. I am not a part of the world. I'm just in it. To me, Scorpio, and then you've got this context. You've got a story to tell, is what Spirit is saying. Okay? You've got a major story to tell, Scorpio. It's like the need for you to get down to the nitty-gritty of life. The context is like allowing your voice to expand. I'm going to say some of you could be dealing with throat issues at this time as well, but it's something is drawing you in. It's like an intuitive nudge that when something is coming up to the surface, a thought, an idea, those little things, whether they're symbolisms, they're songs, they're whatever, numbers that are striking a chord with you that says, it's time. It's time to, Spirit is saying, make good on a promise that you made to yourself. Whatever that promise is for you. It's like taking an oath of, Spirit is saying, loyalty and dedication to you. And it's like fighting fire with fire kind of energy, but it's going to be the way that you deliver your message. Some of you, got the chills again, could be writing a book. It's like you have had this experience here in this world, okay? And through this experience, you've been in the world to have that experience. But it's like you don't see yourself as a part of this world. And so I would say to you, for clairvoyants, psychics, mediums, intuitives, you know, anybody that leans into these aspects of like what I do here on YouTube, and as an example, Reiki, it doesn't matter what it is. If you're diving into that more intuitive, this is like your story. You were brought here to become a more elevated being. 543 I just seen, and they said the 543 is about the representation of the struggle it took you to get there. From every time that you made forward progress to every backslide that you had, it created steps that you had to trudge again, but you did it. Scorpio, I don't think you recognize that you are symbolic of what it is to have power and strength. Very, very powerful messages for you, Scorpio. You know, I resonate with you guys because I am a Scorpio myself, so it's like, Spirit's like, here, let me give it to you. There may be things that you are currently working on that you are not sharing with the world. I just heard it's none of their goddamn business. You could be emitting some very serious boundaries when it comes to what you see, you're not speaking on. What it is that you're becoming clear about, you're not addressing it. It's almost like you're back pocketing information and going, now is not the time. Now is not the time. You'll find out in due time, because it's like you're still gaining perspective as to the direction that your life is now going. There could have been a massive clearing for you with this Taurus and Scorpio North-South node. You know, not even say there could have been, there was. That you can't even deny that. And then with the full moon just last evening in Scorpio season with the Taurus full moon itself and the eclipse, like, it was like a power-packed punch, and that energy's going to last for a little bit yet, right? Like, it was a very powerful closing to a very powerful cycle for Scorpio and Taurus. Perception. I just heard, I am not as you see me. So you could be trying, in some ways, this could be like a battle of the internal ego, trying to stake claim as to who you are. Like, I almost want to say to you, you're done talking about who you are. And not that you're not going to put this into context and share this with the world, because I really do think you are. But what this boils down to is you're done explaining yourself. You're not going to continue to go that route. And for some of you, it can be a little bit of a struggle and adjustment. So if you've always felt like you've had to explain yourself, or you've had to deal with people that demand your attention and demand you to explain yourself to them, you're starting to back out of that. And it may take you a little while to gain your complete footing to really stand firm in those boundaries. But it's coming, because it's like you're seeing them looking at you with this perception. I'm coming at you hard going, this is who you are. This is what it is. This is the way you're supposed to be. And it's like, there's dead silence attached to that. Like, you're not entertaining it. And I say dead silence, you're not entertaining it. Absence. You are checking out on those people. You're recognizing the patterns. You're also recognizing, for some of you, probably abandonment issues. Okay? Like, what it was where you felt that you were lacking. I don't think, Scorpio, that you are going to continue to allow yourself to feel abandoned anymore. You know, we think that we are abandoned when people leave our world or our lives, and what we fail to realize is that we always have the support of ourselves and our higher spirit. So it's like you are gaining some massive, Spirit is calling it information. Some of you are like, rest in peace to the end. You know, it's like saying goodbye to the old, and it's like really burying that sucker. You know, whatever these situations, people, places, things have been for you, it is really putting a very, what's the word I'm looking for? A very powerful ending. Powerful is still not the right word, but a very powerful ending to a very long cycle for yourself, Scorpio. It's like, no more. We're not doing this anymore. The Magician and the Five of Wands in reverse. You are putting down the struggles. If there were people around you and you were fighting and there was chaos, it's almost like you picked up what was yours and you got up and you walked away. It's like, I'm not doing this. I have everything that I need to manifest this new beginning without every single one of you. So if you all want to sit there and you want to fight and you want to bicker and you want to argue, you go right ahead. But I'm not doing this anymore. So there could have been a lot of chaos, a lot of drama that surrounded you for a while. Scorpio, you got the Knight of Cups in the sideways position and the Knight of Cups coming in the past energy with the Justice in the reverse. Something here, Scorpio, I feel like the Nine of Cups is you, honestly, 11:11 on the clock. And then you've got this Knight of Cups. I think something kind of came in unexpectedly and kind of bowled you over. It's like, was it in Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts and, wasn't Robert Redford? What's his name? I see his face. I can't think of his name. But anyhow, Runaway Bride. I can't remember how that went, but I just remember her being on a horse and it just kind of like taking her away. Like, just, I don't even know where I'm going with this. But the moral of the story, I don't even know why I brought that up, is like somebody came in and kind of maybe flipped your world upside down a little bit. Kind of made you question what your happiness was about. Who is this? What is this? What's going on in my world? What does this mean for me? And it's like, I thought I was upright. I thought I had it together. I thought I had this figured out, 12:12 on the clock. But then here comes this, we'll call it a knight in shining armor, charmer, right? Knight in shining charmer. Comes in and bowls you over. And it's like, what the hell just happened? For some of you, this could be a partnership that's already been around. And it's kind of like all of a sudden you're starting to see some changes in their attitude and their emotions. Or they're coming in with a little more love to offer than they have in the past. But I think it knocked you off balance. Because I think you thought for a little while you had it figured out. You had gotten clear at one point on how this was going to play out. Something in your life was going to play out. And what Spirit's drawing my attention to is the 4 cards that I laid up here at the top, being unity, context, clarity, perception, and then the absence following underneath. That these 5 cards are going to impact what I'm about to lay down. The past, the present, the future. That all 5 of those are going to correlate to every single section of this reading for you in one way or another. It's like you are getting clear on every aspect of life right now. And it might take you some time. It's not going to happen overnight. But I think you're starting to feel better and getting to a space of clarity that you thought you had figured out and you had no idea. Okay? So moving into the present, we got the King of Wands. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Aries are the 2 they're giving me this time around for King of Wands. Present moment, Spirit, present moment. And the Ace of Cups. Oh, Scorpio. There's a whole lot of love to be had, and I'm going to call these in various directions. You have a King, and you got a Knight of Cups. They are not the same energy. Justice on the bottom again. Scorpio, I don't know that you know where to put your love right now, because I think you are trying to start to love again. And it doesn't have to be romantic, right? It can just be opening up that heart space. You've got the 7 of Swords, the Page of Cups. Scorpio, I've got 2, 4, 6 cards here, and 4 of these 6 are all cups. I think you recognize that there's clarity around the idea of what peace means to you. I think something came together at some point under the context of love. Love was wanting to be had. Love was being offered and given. Clarity, and I think that this situation brought into foresight for you what love looks like for you moving forward. What the perception of, maybe an upside down perception at one point, of where there was love that was lacking. Or what conditions with the Seven of Swords and this Page of Cups, what was conditional about it? Like, I'll give you the cup, but you got to give me 5 swords. It's almost like he's taking that love back. He's taking off with that and running into something new, or trying to escape. Some could say a half-assed kind of energy of love. Okay, very interesting. And then you've got the Judgment. Karmic, that you could be dealing with karmic soulmates right now, Scorpio, or starting a new cycle with a new karmic soulmate as well. All right, 2 of Wands. You're recognizing with this unity, you've got the world in your hands to make amazing choices. And High Priestess Scorpio is like, you don't know. You really have no idea what union is coming. And when I say union, it's not, again, necessarily romantic. It is union in the sense of where this world is taking you, what your choices are going to be as you move forward. And I think with this High Priestess and the Strength card, that you're having to learn to trust that while you stand at the shore side here of where this 2 of Wands is standing, he can see everything in front of him. Beyond the vast end of the other side, he can't see. He has no idea what's out there. He's clueless. He just knows that there's a lot to be seen. There's a lot to be had. There's a lot to be explored. And it's like, now where do I go? And what I like about this is he's holding on to the one wand, and the other wand is cemented to the ground. It's I don't say cemented, but it's there, right? It's pinned down to that concrete wall. And he's ready to start making treks with that one wand. He's ready to go, okay, I've let go. It's like thinking about getting on a pool ladder, right? If you're not familiar with swimming, if that's not what your thing, or even when you started to learn how to swim, you'd hold on with both hands for, out of fear, hanging on for dear life. And then to let go with that one hand and go, oh, okay, so far I'm all right. And then just to go, to let go and to be free. Scorpio, it's coming. And again, you don't know what's out there. Like, I don't think you realize the differences of what awaits you compared to where it is that you've been. You've already went through that dark. You've sat within that dark, and you've probably done it better than most. But now Spirit wants to hand you the light. They want to open you up. They want you to see the glory of the struggles that you've gone through. You've had to put on a brave face. You had to tame the lion. You had to learn how to tame your inner self, that own inner beast, right? I mean, we've all got it. We've all got that ego that sits within us that sometimes is a constant struggle to tame it, to get it to settle itself. But it's coming, and it's slowly, and it's after this journey of self-understanding that comes in for you. What else for Scorpio in the present energy? 6 of Cups kind of comes out sideways there for us. 6 of Wands. Do I go or do I stay? Scorpio, I think there's something else that's calling to your soul, and it's kind of like, yeah, and then there we go. Do I go, do I stay? You've got the 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. You held on to something out of fear of change. Most likely a partnership. You held on to it, but I think ultimately what it does is leaves you feeling alone. There could have been a medical situation surrounding this partnership. That could have shown the toxicity. That could have been a turning point for an understanding of the codependence. When I look at that 6 of Cups coming out sideways, and then that 6 of Swords, it's like, I know I should go. Wait. I know I should leave. Wait. I don't know what this is. There's something healing, though, that is taking place as these choices remain open, or you seem to be in the state of confusion, trying to gain clarity. You may not be speaking to somebody may not be speaking to you, but it's like you're trying to figure out where you want to give, what you want to give, what you're capable of giving. with this Ace of Cups. And I do think there's a specific person for a very long time, Scorpio. Again, soulmate ties, 2 6s here, 2 2s here also. Representation to me of the cycles. So you could have done this more than twice with this person. But it's a representation of the cycles. It's also a representation of you may have 3 separate partnerships available to you, 3 separate options, whether it's in love or in your passionate endeavors, that you're going to have to decipher what is meant for you. And it's learning to trust your intuition, learning to trust yourself to make these decisions as you move forward. Gaining that clarity there with that King of Wands. So moving forward for Scorpio. Scorpio, you would have the reading with a bunch of cards that comes out sideways. For Scorpio in the future energy, please, in November. Scorpio, the Ten of Swords with that 5 of Swords, and then the Queen of Pentacles. Scorps, anything, and there's the Fool. It's the whole new journey, Scorps. King of Cups, there you are, the Ace of Swords, declaring your truth. I just heard Spirit say freedom is within your reach, 2121. Look back around your 21st birthday. Some of you could be turning 21 right now. But they're saying to look back at your 21st birthday as a reflection as to where you are now. Okay, they're asking you to take a look back to your truth. Like, was that a point of adulthood that you started to realize and recognize certain truths about yourself or other people in your world, or this is when this all began to play out? This Ace of Swords, getting clear, emotionally clear and honest with yourself about your feelings and where it is that you want this new journey and this new way to take you. 5 of Swords to the 10 of Swords. Anything that has caused you pain, betrayal, loss, manipulation, you're shutting it down. And I think you have been, Spirit is saying, for the last 3 weeks. This Queen of Pentacles, Page of Cups. There is somebody, Scorpio, that does see your value and your worth. There is somebody who recognizes that you deserve to be on that pedestal. But I also think, Scorpio, that you recognize that you belong on that pedestal. And it's not just in the sense of nurturing and giving in an emotional sense, but it's like you are working towards your stability, your security, towards what is going to hold you down, what is going to keep you together within you, rather than somebody else doing it for you, okay? And I feel like that can be a little intimidating for people who don't know what to do with you, okay? Let's just call it for what it is. Some people don't know what to do with a Scorpio, especially the feminine energies. They can be a little much. Scorps, 5 of Cups, right? The Emperor. Scorpio, there you are. Don't relish in that dark energy, okay? And I think there's a lot of loss when it comes to power struggles in your world. And that may be something that over this full moon period you've been reflecting on. Where these power struggles, 2, 3, 4 on the clock, happened. And it's like letting them flush down the drain. Just letting them go. And it's like, but I think in some way, Scorpio, in your own little way, it's almost like you need to reminisce just a little bit to remind yourself of the lessons that you've learned, the way the control aspects played out in your world, so that you can watch them go. It's like you can watch them disappear and just be flushed away. So maybe you've burned something, maybe you literally have flushed something, who knows, right? Washed away the ashes. But it's like you had to sit with it. Don't sit with it too long, right? You're going to eat yourself up with it. But it's like, I think you do recognize that right behind you is that bowl of light. Like there's that other cup that's full of promise of a new day. And I think it's just you kind of going through and counting things one by one, addressing them one last time, like giving them the proper burial that they need, that brings you peace, that I've completed this cycle. I've completed this journey to date. And now I get to start over. And I now have control. I've got control of how I see this off. No one else gets to tell me how this is going to be. Scorpio, I could cry and I've got the chills. You have gone through so much to get to where you are, 25. That could be another significant time marker for some of you. But you have gone through so much to regain your sense of power, to regain your sense of control. It's what sets you apart from most people. And I think you know that, Scorpio. I think you're fully aware of that. We lost a card. Hang on a second. I'm getting old and it hurts to bend over like that. Okay. Alrighty, let's see, Scorpio. Again, the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. You may not see it right now. You may be lost in confusion and gaining this clarity as you move forward. But when somebody else or something, and this could be work partnerships, this could be romantic interest, this could be friends. When you started to take that new journey, again, it's kind of like what came in very subtly for you. It's like this Knight of Cups trots in, right? He's trotting in with some love and could be intuitive themselves, right? Your new journey, like you were like mid-dive into this pond of going, okay, Spirit, catch me. And this bird comes by and just like knocks you off your course. You're like, well, what the hell? Like I was taking my perfect dive and Spirit was going to catch me and I had this all figured out, and then here comes this bird, right? It shit on you. I don't know, right? Like it totally knocks you off the course you were going, or at least what you had planned on. Wheel of Fortune to me is divine intervention right now with this High Priestess and the Two of Wands. Divine intervention to take a risk, to put a risk into you. You took a risk, didn't maybe quite go the way you had hoped it would go, or the way you would see it, you would like to have seen this turn out. But Scorpio, I think this is going to turn out better than you imagined it to be. It's like, okay, let's do this one more time. One more time, let's do this. Let's give this a try, whether it's a business, whether it's a relationship, whether it's love itself. Letting yourself be open and vulnerable. And you've got the power of this much more stable, strong foundation about yourself this time around than you did before. It's like practice makes perfect, and it's like, Scorpio, you're going to perfect it, right? You're going to have your hands in it all, and somehow you're going to perfect that one thing that's going to set you a sail. You know, and I think you're going to be doing this with other people, though, in the sense of these new partnerships and collaborations are coming into your life, and it's like in every aspect of your world, these new things are showing themselves. Like there's little glimpses and you're like, gee, I never would have imagined 3 months ago that I'd be here right now. It's taking you by surprise. The way this happens takes you by surprise. King of Wands and Ace of Cups, please, Spirit. What is this for Scorpio? Present moment. Too many cards. Again, so Page of Wands, it was coming out one way or another. I think you're in a space right now where you're trying to have fun, where you're trying to live a little, where you're trying to kick up your heels. It's like kicking the dust off of yourself after, you know, maybe putting yourself on a shelf for so long. It's like you've hit your shelf life. There is no more putting Scorpio on hold. There is no more dumbing Scorpio down. This is, I'm going to create my own magic. I'm going to create what love is to me. I'm going to create all of these things. Scorpio, this is a complete karmic reset and karmic release with this Judgment. The Hermit, you have learned the lessons that this cycle was meant to teach you. And you've worried yourself sick the entire time. There's no doubt about it. With the Six of Cups, though, the Six of Swords, the need to move on and make a decision in your emotions. If the Five of Cups comes out this time, but in the reverse. You're starting to let it go. It's starting to heal itself. I think it's going to take you a little more time to figure out what direction you are heading entirely, but it's slowly coming. And I think that when you get these intuitive nudges, you're getting this creative aspect about yourself. You want to feel, you want to play. The more lighthearted you become through this, the more healing you're going to do to pull yourself out of that Five of Cups and come into a complete space of clarity and perception for yourself. The Seven of Swords and the Page of Cups for Scorpio. The Ace of Wands. Scorpio, I will say this to you. Be careful of emotional manipulation. Because I do feel like just because there's, you know, they say where there's fire, there's smoke, there's fire. If someone's blowing smoke up your ass, right, there's fire there, right? And there might be some passion, but are they using that passion to manipulate a situation? Are they trying to get in your good graces? You've got the Queen of Cups at the bottom here. Could be dealing with a Cancerian. But Scorpio, it's like, I would just say to you, pay attention. Not so much that they're being deceptive, but they're trying to get your attention. You know, they're trying to take action, trying to get to spark you to react to something. And they want the emotional reaction from you because they see what it is that you're capable of. The Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. You could also, Scorpio, I'm going to say this to you. You could be dealing with other feminine energies that you guys are kind of with the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of... Oh, the Queen of Pentacles is here twice. Hold on a minute. I'm counting too many queens, too many different queens. Scorpio, somebody else could be teaching you how to love that is of the same sex as you, and I just mean that they are nurturing. They may be hearing you out. They may be hearing your concerns. They may be sitting by your side during this time, because it's like, I think this is a great friendship that both sides bring something else to the table from another perspective for the other to see. So you could really be connecting with people that are helping you heal, and also ones too that have gone through with this Ten of Swords. They've gone through the same lessons. They can familiarize themselves with these 10 swords. You know, they've had the same thing in some capacity happen to them. So it's like I wouldn't call this trauma bonding, I will say that. But this coming together in particular is a healing that's taking place. What else for Scorpio? Too many cards against Spirit. For Scorpio, please. They just want to throw the whole deck at you, Scorpio. They really, truly do. One card, please, Spirit. Is that one or is that two? Two, but I'm going to take these. There's the Sun at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio. Ten of Swords with this Eight of Pentacles. Somebody could have been trying to steal your work. Somebody could be trying to steal your work because they see you as fruitful. They see you as dedicated. They see you as willing to put in the work, and they're seeing you also as an easy way out through the work that you've done. You could be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Leo with the Sun there underneath. Six of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. Scorpio, I don't give two shits to the wind what other people have done to you in the past. What betrayal you have felt, what it is that you have gone through. They can't take away your success and victory because you are not them. You are nothing like who these other people are. And that's going to be illuminated through the work that you do and the seeds that you've planted. There's that Seven of Pentacles. I swear to goodness. Scorpio, you could be dealing with an older masculine energy too. This feels business oriented to me, work related to me. This King of Pentacles. He's very, very, he in himself as a King of Pentacles is quite charming, quite fun, quite laid back, but very fierce in what he does. He's competitive. And you, standing as the Queen of Pentacles yourself, with that Queen of Cups, is, I'm going to pour my heart and emotion into the work that I do. I'm going to live in a passionate energy of that work, and I'm going to make it happen. Scorpio, you've planted seeds some time ago. And this could be that third choice I just heard Spirit say. It doesn't matter what other people try to take from you or take credit from you. High Priestess, you already knew it. Seven of Pentacles is you've already planted seeds. You're 7 steps ahead of the rest of them. It doesn't matter. Whatever this partnership is with this masculine energy, he's got your back. He's like, I'm hearing, they got the seven of swords underneath that. Don't fear these people. It's almost like he's standing between you and them. Don't fear these people. Don't fear what they've done. And there you are. Just split the deck, Scorpio. Get the Sun, the Death card, and the Star behind that. Scorpio, this has been a period of immense Two of Cups. Your life will never be the same. And this isn't gonna be an overnight thing. I'm gonna make that perfectly clear. You're not gonna wake up tomorrow and just be like, oh, life is just stellar. There's still healing to do with that Star and the Death card. You're still going through this transformative process. But through that, new partnerships, the Two of Cups are built. You're walking away from partnerships, the Eight of Cups that are not serving you. And Jesus God Almighty, Scorpio, you're moving into the Nine of Cups, Four of Pentacles, holding on to what is rightfully yours for a change. Your life is incredibly, incredibly changing as you move on and move forward. This is never going to be the same again. Three of Cups in the reverse, like with all of this, the Two of Swords. Spirit is also saying that you couldn't have told these stories had you not been through the pain. You wouldn't have a cause of celebration. So if you're ever if you're finding yourself in a space of feeling down and out because of this Five of Cups, that's what I mean. Don't stay there too long. Yes, you can sit with it. Yes, you can mourn it. Yes, you can, burn it in a fire, dig up the ground, bury it with a shovel, whatever you want to do. But make sure that you truly let it go. Scorpio can hold a grudge. Let's be real, right? We can hold them. We can feel some kind of way for a very long time over something. But you get to rebuild. And I think this time around, Scorpio, there's a genuine understanding of that. And I think that's what this North and South Node did for you. It put you through some hell, but now you're walking the walk and talking the talk. Nobody else, it's like you're unfuckable with, right? Yeah. Spirit, you're gonna pay to have access to me. So, if so, Scorpio, note for you, it's like put up a sign at your door. If you want access, you're gonna have to pay the price. This shit ain't free here anymore. You've got it on lockdown. Good deal, Scorpio. All right, advice for Scorpio moving forward through the month of November, please, Spirit. Advice for Scorpio. Scorpio. Oh, I love it. Number 20, I said 25 earlier. Here's 25. Release the dark wound and let love live. It's like watching an older, and I used this word earlier when I was talking to somebody, it's funny, an older feeble person walking around who's lost their strength, they've lost their willpower, they've been stripped away down to the very bones of their essence from those dark wounds. And at that point, Scorpio, you have to get very transparent with yourself. The role that these situations and people played in your life, yes, there was hurt attached to every single one of them. If we don't love, we can't hurt, right? But to go into a space of understanding the depths of the love that you carry is in part one of the greatest ways to not let the darkness defeat you. Because people, and I say it constantly, hurt people hurt people. They want other people to be in the same pain that they are in. And Scorpio, for you to walk out of these situations in this past, of what the last 2 years represented to you, and to still come out and still have faith in your heart, love within your heart, and being able to courageously and boldly walk through the fire. That is something that they cannot take away from you. This runs so much deeper than just your tangible world. The 3D plane, 40/40 on the clock. Some of you could be turning 40 right now. This runs so much deeper than anybody else has ever given you credit for. Going beyond the normal, Scorpio, that 5 has changed. Talked about that clarity. She's not saying nothing, right? She's got that over her mouth. She's got her lips sealed. She has swallowed the key. Walking people out and knowing that divine timing is at play. They reiterated, heaven's help is on the way. If you have felt stuck, the intuitive, that light bulb, those golden moments, there is going to come a golden moment that is going to propel you forward. They're saying it's not time yet. This is going to come in the exact divine timing to release you. And I'm going to say, some of you, this is going to sound a little weird maybe, I don't know, working towards sainthood. You know, you could be studying right now figures like Mother Teresa, Mary Magdalene, folks like that, you know, Princess Diana, right? Like what beauty and grace they walked in, and going, I want to embody that. Like, that's who I want to be. I want to be love. I want to be light. I want to be a caring hand. I want to transform my pain, you know, and Spirit won't ignore that from you. Spirit won't ignore your soul's nudges, and they're going to support your soul's work. But the time is coming. And it may feel so far away, or you may have waited for this moment for so long. The end of the deck, 45, Pandora's Gift. There is like this decoding that is happening. It's like all of these years, all of the karmic cycles, all of the past lives, all that you have taken in has gone in and worked within the soul. It's done its magic. You've done the work. And here it is. Spirit sees it. God knows it. The divine is witnessed it. Your ancestors have helped walk you through it. And that mask, that beautiful, beautiful mask, those wings, the eyes to see, the knowledge to know, the gut to feel, like it's coming in. And once that, I'm going to call it a flare, strikes within you, when this divine timing happens, with this aha moment, this golden opportunity, you won't be able to be stopped. When I remember seeing, you know, and in Scorpio, yes, I bolster you up a little bit because I love you, right? We're Scorpios. But it's the truth. When I sit down and I read these cards, I'm not going to feed you some crock of shit to be like, I'm not going to sit here and love bomb you. But Scorpio, I've been there myself. And I see this and I feel this in every fiber of my being as I read these cards for you. If you were fucking up, I'd tell you fucked up. If you're going to HE double hockey sticks, I tell you, you know, you're not doing so hot right now. You're not earning brownie points, Scorpio. But there is a consciousness beyond you that is calling you in to help guide. There's wars you haven't fought yet. 44 on the clock. There's wars that you haven't fought yet, but this time around you don't have to fight so damn hard. It's going to be your grace, your presence, and what you already know. that's going to defend. And it says over here, defend to the end. It's worth the while. And you're living proof of that right now. Happy birthday to you, Scorpio. Seriously. Like, kudos and fucking happy birthday. Like, what a way. What a way to celebrate your season. To close out a massive chapter in your life. Keep forging forward. You've planted the seeds of these new beginnings. It's just going to take a little bit of time, you know. They say, you don't plant stuff and then go dig it up tomorrow to see if it's grown at all. You leave it alone. You're harvesting right now. Not harvesting, you're incubating. I'm sorry. Wrong word. You're incubating right now. You're figuring out who you are and where you go from here. And these offers of love or whatever that's coming in, it might cause a little confusion because you thought you had you figured out. Understand that right now, everything that is being given to you is truly in love. It's coming from a space of love in everybody's heart. Like, you're finally not dealing with people who are there to hurt you. And when I talked earlier about the emotional manipulation, maybe manipulating it a little bit, Spirit's saying just know that they're not healed yet either. So it's like you can give them grace because they're not being malicious. I hope that makes sense. Okay? All right, Scorpio. I'm going to leave it there. I love this for you. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I need a good night's sleep, and it's raining. It's the perfect night to sleep. Scorpio, happy birthday. In all seriousness, thank you guys for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. Scorpio, put your birthday down in the comments. I can't talk. Drop your birthday. I'd love to see when you guys' birthdays are. Just the month and, you know, obviously, yeah, the month and the day. Nothing else. Don't get too personal online. But happy birthday to you guys. I'm wishing you all the very best. Again, if you're interested in personal readings, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page/channel. There we go. And you can find me at holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. Guys, have a fantastic birthday season, and I will see you soon. Bye.